Ashar Bangera, and I am the clinical partner at QI Spine Clinic. So today my topic is to show you the 5 important neck stretches. But before we go on to before I go to show you these stretches, let's understand. Hello everyone, a very good evening to all of you. My name is Dr. Disha Ashar Bangera and I am the clinical partner at QI Spine Clinic. So today my topic is about showing you the 5 important neck stretches. But before we go to the stretches and the movements that will help you to relieve your neck pain, let's understand what actually the neck structure is made up of. What are the structures of the neck? So if you see, this is the neck structure. If you have to see in the whole spine, this is the spine model. So this part is the neck, this is the upper back, and this is the lower back. So I'm going to brief you about what the neck is made up of. So neck ideally has the 7 vertebrae, and in between there are soft tissue-like material called as discs. And these yellow structures that you see are the nerves which are passing out from the intervertebral foramina, and they are supplying the arms. The upper cervical nerves, the first 2 or 3 nerves that you see, is supplying the head. And the red structure that you see over here, which is passing from down going up, is the artery, and this supplies the blood to the brain. So what happens to the neck? So whenever there is any extra loading coming on the neck, like it can be anything because of the poor posture, it can be any neck injury, or it can be any repetitive stress, or maybe you must have slept wrong while in the night, or you might be working on the laptop for the long hours, that can cause an extra pressure coming on the spine. So mainly what gets affected is the disc and the joints which are behind. So what they start doing is they start putting pressure on the nerve sometimes. So when the nerve is getting pressed, you start getting pain in the arms. Okay. Now we have to understand that there are different scenarios. Like if there is neck pain, the neck pain can present in different scenarios. So consider I'm giving you 7 scenarios. So first scenario is where you have only localized neck pain. Okay. Second scenario is where you have neck pain, you have some stiffness, you have some spasms, and the pain is going down in the arm. And the third scenario is where there is neck pain, there is arm pain, and there is very less frequent, very occasional tingling or numbness in your hands, but it gets settled, it comes on and off. The fourth scenario is where you're getting neck pain, you're getting pain down the arm, and you have constant tingling and numbness. Fifth scenario is where you are getting pain. The pain in the neck is very minimal, but what you have is you are not able to grip things. You are not able to put your buttons. You have balance issues. You have a problem in controlling the urine. So there is a severe which shows that it's a very severe condition. And the sixth scenario is where the pain is in the neck, in the chest. Sometimes it goes to the jaw. It comes down to the left arm, and in fact the pain increases as you're doing the activity, and you have to rest it out and to settle it down, and usually it can be accompanied with the breathlessness, choking feeling, and other symptoms are also present. uh, and the other one, the last one, is where you are getting headaches. So you have neck pain, but the pain is coming into the head. So from these 7 scenarios, what do we understand? So we understand that the neck pain, the source of neck pain, can give rise to pain in a different way, and it depends upon the severity. So when I mentioned you about the severity, when I mentioned you about the scenario 4, 5th and 6th, where which indicates that you have constant tingling, constant numbness, and you have weakness in your hands, which you are not able to hold things, and you have balance issues, plus you have severe pain, which in the sixth scenario where you have severe pain is mainly because of the non-mechanical causes, and it's because of the compression. The fifth scenario is basically because of the compression of the spinal cord, which is called as cervical myelopathy, and the sixth scenario is going towards the cardiac condition. So in this, you definitely have to get immediate medical attention. You cannot ignore these symptoms, and if you have not been to any specialist, you need to go and show it to them. In the case scenario fifth, where I had neck pain, I had arm pain, but I had constant tingling and numbness and some weakness in my hand, which shows that the compression on the nerve is very severe and it should not worsen. So anything, if you feel day by day it's worsening, that means that the pressure on the nerve is increasing and you immediately need a medical attention. The scenario 8, where there is headache. So it is related mainly to the upper cervical area, and it can give rise to, because the nerve supply up to the head, from the neck they go to the head, and that's why you feel headache, but the origin of the headache is because of the cervical origin, is because of the cervical area. What I am going to tell you mainly about these stretches is when you have condition, when when you're in first, second and third scenario. So these three scenarios, if you are there, kindly go ahead with the stretches. If you are not fitting in any of these three, kindly refrain yourself from doing these stretches and get a individual consultation done first with us. We have teleconsultations available, or we have started our clinics as well. So please get that thoroughly checked, and then you start with the appropriate treatment. So first three scenarios which I told you is mainly having center neck pain, or having center neck pain, stiffness, or spasms, and the pain is going down the arm. Third scenario where you have neck pain, arm pain and occasional tingling. So these three scenarios are the safer conditions, and you can try with the neck stretches which I am going to show you. But after doing these, while doing the neck stretches, or after doing the neck stretches immediately, if you feel that the symptoms are worsening, kindly stop the exercises immediately. Do not do those movements. Maybe your body is not meant for that. Okay, fine. So let's go ahead with the 5 neck stretches which can help you to relieve the neck pain. While doing this, if you are getting any pain, please do not get it. Do not go ahead with it. So first exercise which I am going to show you is the cervical retraction, that is called as, in the layman term, is called as chin tuck. So what you do is you sit all the way behind with your back supported, and you take your one hand, keep it on the chin, and what you have to do is just tuck the chin behind like this. If you have to see from the sides, you sit, make sure that your back is supported, keep your hand on the chin and try to push your chin all the way behind. Okay, so you should go straight behind. You should not be going up, you should not be going down. It has to be a straight movement. So why is this important? Because most of the times when we are sitting, we are either sitting like this or we are sitting like this. So it is in order to compensate for the amount of chin poke that we are doing. It's going to help you to avoid the stresses when you are in the chin poke position. It's going to allow you to relieve the stress on that. Okay, so this is the first one where you do a chin tuck. Second one is the thoracic extension. So thoracic extension is basically the extension of the mid back. Now why should I tell you about the mid back stretch, right? If you see, if I am sitting straight, my neck is in position with my body. The moment I slouch, my neck goes ahead, isn't it? So what do I need to correct it? I need to extend from my upper back. So upper back extensions are equally important in order to correct your neck position. So how do you do that? You grasp your fingers, interlock your fingers, keep it behind the neck, And make sure that your feet are supported. Take the elbows in one line and try to go up as much as possible and come down. Try to go up as much as possible and come down. Okay, so this will help you to stretch your upper back. So this upper back will help you to correct your neck position. Now this will correct your upper back. Now this was the upper back movement. Now we do the rotation. Now for the rotation, what do is sit all the way behind. Make sure that you have this end of the chair, you hold on like this, and with the other hand you hold on over here and try to twist as much as possible and come back. Twist and come back. Twist and come back. Similarly, you can do the other side. Twist and back. Twist and back. Twist and back. Okay, so this was the third one, which we call it as thoracic rotation. Now if you imagine that you've been sitting like this, you know that these structures which are over here, they become tight, and the muscles which are behind, which keep your back upright, they become weak. So what we need to do is we need to stretch these muscles and we need to strengthen your upper back muscles in order to correct your upper back position. But along with the strengthening, you also need to make sure that you are sitting correctly. So don't forget about the sitting correctly with the correct posture. Okay, so what do I need to do the stretch and activate these muscles is you can keep your hands like this and squeeze the shoulder blades behind. What we need to try to do is just squeeze the shoulder blades behind. So take it behind, hold for 10 counts and relax. Again, take it behind, hold for 10 counts and relax. So make sure that you are really squeezing from the shoulder blades, and also you feel some stretch in your pectoral area, which is your in the front of the shoulder. Okay, and the fifth stretch is basically just a general mobility where you feel that these muscles, when they are in spasm, they become tight even if the spasm goes away. So what you do is you stretch the muscle. So with one hand you can hold it on the chair, other hand keep it here and try to stretch the muscle. You should feel a comfortable stretch over here, but you should not feel any radiating pain going down the arm. If you feel that the pain is going down or you are feeling any tingling numbness, please do not do it and avoid doing this exercise. Okay? So what you do is you slightly tuck your chin. Make sure that you are not poking the chin while doing this. You are sitting upright, and then you take it to the sides and hold for 10 counts and come back. Again, go, hold for 10 counts and come back. Once more, hold for 10 counts and come back. Now the other side is you hold it here, hold for 10 counts and come back. Again, hold for 10 counts and come back, and one more, hold for 10 counts and come back. Okay, so these are the 5 stretches that you can do in order to maintain yourself, manage your neck pain. Yes, these exercises are of no use if you are not following the do's and don'ts. So what are the do's and don'ts? Let me just make you get through that as well. So first one is posture correction. So whenever you are sitting and working on the laptop, make sure that you are sitting all the way behind. So if you see this picture, I'll just show you to in this picture. So you have to see to it that you are sitting all the way behind on the chair. Your feet are supported over here, and your full back is supported, maintaining the S shape of the spine, right? And you pull the chair closer to the table, that the table comes in over here, and you can rest your hands and then you can walk. Because if you don't rest your hands, you will be doing like this and your stress on the neck will increase. And make sure that the computer is at your screen is at your eye level. Okay, the other tip is to keep taking breaks in between. Fine. So to maintain the S shape of the spine, there are different rolls which are available which help you to maintain the S shape of the spine. In case if your back chair, the office chair is flat, it doesn't have a curve, you need something additional to be put back in the lower back so that your S shape is maintained. Okay. Now the second one is when you are watching TV. So make sure when you are watching TV, you are avoiding to sit on the very soft sofa or on the bed with the legs straight and like you're slouching ahead. So all these things need to be taken care of, not only what the position of your neck is, but also what the position of the whole spine is. So if your spine is going into a C shape, that means the neck as well is getting stressed. Okay. So watching TV would be preferable if you sit on the chair, if you have to sit for a longer time, if you're sitting on the sofa, on the bed, make sure that every 15-20 minutes or at least half an hour you are taking a break and not sitting continuously for 2-3 hours at a stretch. And also what you need to be careful is that when you're sitting, the TV should not be on the sides, so that you have to keep looking at the TV like this. This is the worst position which can cause a lot of stress on the neck. So make sure when you're watching TV, the TV is right in front of you. Okay. Third thing, what you need to be careful about is when you're using your mobile. So when you're using the mobile, make sure that you are not sitting like this. Not sitting like this. Okay. What you need to do is you have to sit all the way behind. Okay. And you can keep the mobile screen up so that you can read or type whatever you want. Okay. Or else if you are talking to someone, do not keep the phone like this. Do not hold the phone like this and work. Okay. This causes a lot of strain on the neck. So again, you have to use the headphones or you keep it on the speaker while working. So it is easier to communicate as well, and it will not stress your neck. Okay. While cooking and cleaning, what you need to do is when you are cutting the vegetables, when you are cooking in the kitchen, make sure that you are not poking the chin or you are not in too much of flexion. What you need to do is slight flexion is okay, but it should not be that your chin is poking out and you're completely down and busy in your cooking. Make sure that you are standing upright. Make sure that you are taking enough breaks in between. Do not try to finish all your work in the 2-3 hours. Make sure you are breaking things and taking rest and giving enough break to your spine. Okay. Apart from that, if there are any questions, you can put it on the chat. I will answer those questions right away. But you have to understand that any mechanical neck pain, the pain which is due to the mechanical loading of the spine, it needs movements, it needs exercises, it needs strengthening of the muscles which are surrounding the spine. So exercises and the movements become very important part for the treatment. Yes, there are other non-mechanical causes of the pain as well, and for that the diagnosis is very important, and that's why before you do any treatment, please get yourself diagnosed thoroughly. If the diagnosis is not correct, your treatment will not help you. Okay, so let's go through the questions. So we have a question from Mr. Rajesh Matre. I have some neck pain since last 2 months. Now don't have pain too much, but my right hand and the chest looks weak. So Mr. Rajesh, if you have any pain, the pain is not too much, but if you are feeling any weakness and if you feel that you're not able to do certain things, or you feel that you're not, the strength is not that much, it's very, very important that you get yourself checked first, that what exactly is the problem. Yes, sometimes the pain in the neck can give the pain around the chest area as well, and in the upper back area, we call it as referred pain. But we need to first check your strength and understand how much is the nerve compression. If the nerve compression is very severe, the weakness will be very much evident, and then accordingly we can give you the correct movements to reduce your pain as well as the weakness. Okay. Uh, so I think thank you everyone. If you have any questions, you can post it after the video is over. Maybe we'll try to answer it after that. Thank you so much, and thank you for taking out time for this.